Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Musiak. So I have spent so many years trying to make other people happy or fixing them or trying to fix them at least, and I spent so much time and energy trying to do that. Like I felt so exhausted after. And it took me crazy amount of time to realize that happiness is an inside job. I can't make somebody happy. Yes, I could do something that might please them for temporarily, or I could give them a gift that temporarily makes them happy, but deep down, it's all up to them. Happiness is an inside job. And that works for me too. My happiness is an inside job. So when I'm feeling yucky or mad or frustrated, it's time to hit the pause button and look from within. So I was having it the other day. I had a moment where I was just feeling, things weren't flowing. Actually, yeah, things were really not flowing. Things were really not flowing. So my daughter gets home from school, super upset. Something, it was after a long weekend, so everybody's tired because we're getting back on, it was a 4-day long weekend, so it was, pretty crazy. Anyways, gets home, upset. I work and comfort my daughter, and then, so she's all good. And then my son's upset. So I'm trying to help him. And then my husband seems a little grouchy too. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then my daughter was upset again. And yes, I'm a mom, so I'm there to comfort and, help my kids. And it's definitely important to make sure they feel safe and loved. And I did that. But then I realized that I was draining anything I had left myself. So I made sure everybody was safe and halfway happy-ish, maybe, like doing okay. And I went up to my room, the closet, and I sat in my meditation pillow. I just sat there. I was like, I need some time for me. I need to recenter myself. Happiness is an inside job. I can't make anybody happy. Like I can comfort them and help them create techniques to work through their emotions and to feel their emotions, to listen and to be there supportive. But I can't do anything to fix what they're feeling. And it took me years to figure that out. And as I was trying to help them and support them, I was feeling irritable, frustrated, and angry. And that's why I took myself out of the equation. I realized it's like, okay, it's the first day back. Everybody's didn't get the fullest night's sleep. I did. I slept in that day, but not everybody could or didn't. And that's okay. So I just focused on building up my energy and my love for myself and just took some time out. Now, it didn't make everything better, but it definitely helped. The kids seemed a little bit in better spirits, and I could handle the situation a little bit better. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't take care of our own happiness, our own bucket of awesome inside, we can't help others. I think back to when I was just being a recovering people pleaser. I remember being so angry because I would spend so much time being whoever somebody needed me to be. I'd turn into a person. For a while there, I didn't even know who I was. I just randomly turned into somebody. But then around my family, who I felt comfortable around, I'd be angry and frustrated and just lash out all the time because I wasn't being true to who I was. I wasn't giving myself time to be me, to get to know me, or even just show up as me. I was like this fake person just floating around most of the time, very angry when I'd allow myself to be because I was pretending to be happy all the time. Happy-go-lucky, bubbly all the time. And deep down, I was so sad and angry at myself probably. I was just angry in general. I felt angry a lot as a teenager, even a young adult. Angry all the time because I wasn't being me. So I wasn't truly happy. I was looking like a happy person on the outside most of the time because I was faking it. Because I was trying to make other people happy and trying to fix other people. And yes, I am an empowerment coach and I help people, I support people, but it's not my job to do the fixing. I'm here for the supporting. And it's super important to understand, like, people in our lives need us for support and love and encouragement even. But they don't need fixing. The fixing begins from within. And so realizing that where we need to begin is inside ourselves really does take some weight off of our shoulders. The moment I realized that I can't fix anybody but myself, I was like, okay. It went from like having to fix everybody to be like, okay, working on myself, getting to know me better. What is it that I want? What makes me happy? And little by little, I found my way back home to who I am. And it's really incredible about, working on ourselves, figuring out what thoughts no longer serve us, habits, something I talk about in one of the episodes on here. Or if I haven't yet, it will be coming up. And because I record a chunk of these at a time. So if you're finding that you're not feeling happy, don't look outside of you, around you. Look from within. There's people out there that chase happiness with things, like the latest thing. And I'm not saying things are a bad thing, having them or making sure, you feel comfortable in your home. But if you're buying them to replace, like to fill your void of something, if you're like shopping and shopping and shopping, or you're like I need this, and it's so bad, like you have this huge need, instead of like, oh, life would be, I would love to have this. And it's a difference, right? It's looking, why do you want this thing? What void is it filling? Especially if you're shopping a lot. Is it to fill a certain void to make you temporarily happier? And then figure out what it is that you're really missing. I'm not saying, like I said, shopping is not a big, it's all good to have. It's just if you're finding it's like this, it's filling a void. It's being mindful of why you're doing something or why you really want something in your life. So if you find yourself ever feeling frustrated or sad or angry, look from within first and see where it's showing up. Where do you need to send yourself some more love? You need love. And I'm not saying outside circumstances won't fuel something that is going from within. Triggers, something that's happened, anger, things. If somebody causes a feeling inside of you, it's called a trigger. They've triggered something with you. And people are here to show us where we need to heal. So if there's some part of you that needs to be healed, then those people will trigger that in you. Now, I'm not I get frustrated with my husband because he'll leave stuff all over the house, declutter. He'll leave stuff over the house and clutter and everything. And that drives me crazy. And of course it's me. I don't like clutter, and it starts with me. But it doesn't mean that I will just ignore it either. I have a conversation with him and say, hey, look, your clutter drives me bonkers. So it's not, I'm not saying ignore your outer circumstances, but when you're searching for happiness, look from within, and that's where you'll find it. I hope you have a beautiful, amazing, happy, loving day. Talk to you later. Bye for now.